Hey guys, what's up? So, I hope y'all are ready because tonight is going to be very informative. So, normally I'm all over the place, but tonight it's really going to be informative because we have a couple of gentlemen here tonight that have stories to tell, but not just stories to tell. They want to give you information, but they also want you to understand that sometimes in order to access the information, sorry guys. Y'all hear yourselves in the background. All right. Negative. That was not really good, but you already know I got my phones everywhere. Anyway, but definitely want to make sure that you understand how to obtain the information you need to make it in the industry. But I also want you to understand how to contact these individuals. And when you contact them, how to introduce yourself to them so that you can begin to become a part of the network. Because you know the saying, your network definitely will determine your net worth. I'm trying to tell you. Good evening.
Good evening.
So I am sitting here with someone who is super duper dope, super duper fun, very professional, and I call him the philanthropist of the hour. So introduce yourself to the people.
I am Antonio Tech Mormon. Everyone calls me Tech.
Okay, Tech. So do you know how to work on computers?
Actually, I do. Got a degree in computer networking.
Well, look at that. Y'all know I was trying to be funny.
It was my riding name, my motorcycle name. I was trying to figure out what to call myself. It went from Gizmo to Geek, and I'm just like, that's not cutting it. So went to my president, and I was like, what about Tech? He was like, there you go, use Tech. It's like, cool, we're going.
Yeah, because when you say Gizmo, it made me think of Komodo dragon, like a gecko lizard or something. Yeah, I need you.
What's that movie with the little creatures on it?
Yeah, you're not a creature. You don't want you to be a creature.
Gremlins.
And guys, I have to let you know, I definitely have a special guest in the background. Of course, she stays in the background, but we want to shout out the First Lady of Skyport Records. She's in the building tonight. Even though she never wants to get on the camera, I want y'all to know she's in the building. All right. So, Tech, normally I ask questions. Mm-hmm. I really don't have a lot of questions tonight as much as I want you to take the lead. And I want you to tell your story about how you even got to the ledge of the industry. Not how you really bust the door down, but what brought you to the industry?
Always wanted to be in the industry ever since I was about 12, 13 years old. I actually pursued a record contract, but my mother didn't take me where I needed to go, so I ended up losing the opportunity. But once I got to Atlanta and got established, I actually started working in the public school system. I was a bus driver, and I started counseling some of the kids. In that counseling, I came across a couple of kids that were actually in a group home. And I knew one of them wanted to be a rapper. So I told him, whatever it takes to pursue your dream, I'm going to help you out with it. And I knew it helped him stay off the streets. It got him off the cycle of him getting in trouble with the police, getting in trouble with the school system, and kept the thought of his mom was locked up for a little while, so it kept it out of his head. And I kind of stepped in and kind of played that big brother, father figure almost. So I told him I promise. I was like, whatever it takes, I'll make sure that you get it. And I mean, by any means necessary. So I started putting up my own money to get the studio time and everything for him, and actually all the mixing and mastering and shows and travel. And it just kind of took off from there a little bit. And then in the process with that, I started actually getting the meetings with different labels and everything. So that got me to the door.
Okay, all right, so we're gonna stop there. Let's go back for a second. Now, you talked about driving a bus. And from driving a bus, you embarked upon one of the most, I'm gonna say, sacred ventures of your life, because when you start to truly work with children, that is it's an honor, but it's also a stressor.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Because you can't help but take that stuff home with you. So let's go back there though. What was that transition like? Because you are an African American male, and we live in a time where African American males got a lot going on. So how did that work for you?
In the beginning, I was met with a lot of resistance because I like to talk. If I'm dealing with a child, you know, I don't want that whole stigma of this adult dealing with a child. So I actually brought their family into it and let them know exactly, excuse me, who I am, what I'm doing, and what I'm working with their kid. And I had the parents stay by me step by step. So it's kind of like I was the manager and the parents were the like co-manager. So they knew every single thing that was going on. They weren't out of loop with anything. That in return, it got the trust of the parents, definitely, and it got them to allow me to move around more with the children. But it was a very tough transition from that.
Okay.
Especially being a black male and then dealing with school. Like I've always had this demeanor, this serious demeanor. So everyone just thought I was a butthole. But
wow.
once they got to know me,
and you know, the same thing could be said about the next gentleman of the hour. It's so interesting because I felt the same way about him, but you know, it ended up not being the case. Yeah, I cannot wait for him to come in and really talk because I'm really gonna talk about him. That's one thing about it. We talk about you in your face. I ain't gonna say it behind your back. I'm gonna say it in your face. But all right, so you took some of the children you were working with and you started to really work with them relative to music and all of those things. Now let's take it there. So you start working with mixing and mastering. Explain that a little bit because you're saying some terms and I'm like, I know I hear this all the time, but talk to us a little bit about what that means.
Just mixing and mastering is just making sure that all right, so the mixing process is give you the effects and everything of the music. The mastering, it gives you that sound of make sure the sound is clear. Okay. So it's just basic things. Like every song needs to be mixed in some sort of way and mastered.
So what I hear you saying is it wouldn't be the best choice, I guess, to just go produce something and not really go through the proper challenge. You have to invest in yourself.
Definitely do. Because if you throw out a crap product, you're gonna get crap results.
Oh my! Did y'all hear that? Invest in yourself. Invest in your craft. All right. I won't be good today. I promise I will. All right. So Tech, now let's talk about you as an entrepreneur because I know you have a entertainment company or
I do. TCA Entertainment.
What TCA?
TCA stands for Take Charge Always.
Okay.
I always said by any means necessary, I was going to be in a position to in the music industry. But it originally started off with the kids from the group home. It was Tech, T, C was for a kid by the name of Chino, and this other kid by the name of Astro. So that was the original TCA.
Okay.
But for business purposes, I had to take them off of it and rename and rebrand the company.
Okay. And so now, what is TCA doing?
TCA is still doing the same thing. Still trying to, but on a bigger scale. Still trying to take the smaller level of artists and build them up. But this time, make sure that they actually, I know what to look for in an artist now, and I know how to get it to the people, and I know the people to get it to that can get it to the people.
So networking,
right,
resource mapping, collaborations and things like that.
Definitely.
Do you ever find that sometimes you start working with the artist and then you're like, you know what, I don't know if this is it?
Oh, definitely. There was an artist that I had sunk about 60 grand into, and it was like, oh no, this ain't it. So,
oh my, okay.
Parted ways.
But so is it just a loss or?
No, it was it was a loss, but I don't look at anything as a loss. It's always a lesson. So that when people say I take a L, I didn't take a loss. I took a lesson.
All right.
But in the process of that $60,000, and it was like a 2-year span, I gained the connections I did. I networked a hell of a lot, and with everyone I possibly can.
Okay.
Even from it went from off Instagram, hey, check out my artist music, to this is what I'm presenting you. So, and I'm on this scale. So people took more notice to things then.
All right. Okay. Got it. Cool. So, guys, this is Tech, and he definitely is offering a wealth of information. So, let the people know where they can find you on social media, websites, and everything. And then I have one more question for you, and we're going to swap seats.
All right. My social is TCA_entertainment. That's
I thought you was
Instagram.
getting ready to give us some numbers. You said your social. I was waiting for the 10.
No.
What is it? No, it's 8 digits. 8 digits.
Nine.
8 digits. I was ready. I was about to say, all right, let's
You won't
go.
get that one.
I got you.
Website is tcarecords.com.
Okay. What advice would you give to independent artists today, particularly the independent artists that feel like they can come to you with $100 budget? And I'm just being real, because the reality is that we have a lot of artists that really feel like they can send you a link, and you are supposed to listen to it, and will curse you out if you don't listen to it. So
I had that about a month ago.
What would your advice, your professional advice be to them?
Give me a good reason to listen to you. Don't just say, hey, listen to this. It's a give and take with this. So if you just send me something in my Instagram, you're like, oh, you need to listen to this because I'm the hottest artist in the world. There's 1,000 hottest artists in the world, 1 million hottest artists in the world. But what are you doing to separate yourself from everybody, to show that you are the hottest artist, to show that you are trying to progress in this industry? Don't just come to me and be like, here's my music, listen to it. I'll listen to it, but I mean, I'm gonna give you some credit, because it don't take but 5-10 minutes to listen to a song, to a quick EP. But give me a reason to really want to. Don't just send that link and nothing. Like, share some of my posts or something like that to get me interested in giving back to you. But I'll definitely take that listen to them without a problem.
Well, I'm gonna take a lesson from you, because I'm quick to be like, hello, my name is, can you introduce yourself first?
I've learned to humble myself.
Okay, well, I'm trying. All right. Guys, once again, this is Tech, and you definitely make sure you go check him out. TCA Entertainment, and we definitely want you to support the brand. And so we're going to take a brief intermission, and we're going to come right back in like 2 minutes. So go get some water, go get your dinner, go get your wine, and we will be right back. Hey y'all, and we are back. So we just talked about the journey to entertainment, coming aboard, and y'all about to be weak, because this man right here, he already had me rolling behind the scenes. Like, I'm sitting here like, all of them have this dry sense of humor. Y'all know I'm wide open, and they come up in here with this dry sense of humor, but they are funny for on the low. They real funny on the low. But anyway, introduce yourself to the people.
Hello, people. How you doing? My name is Storm. I'm not your neighborhood drug dealer, but we are here, taking care of some business with a lovely lady standing in front of us, just interviewing us about concerning music.
Oh.
The music business. Now I ain't gonna say the music business. I'm gonna say the business of music, which a lot of people fail to realize that it's a business It's actually 90% business and 10% talent. Let's get into it.
Tell it like it is. I know that's right. All right. One of the things I think is so interesting about you is that you believe in artist development. And not only do you believe in artist development, you also believe in artist business development. So talk to us about what you've done to make sure that artists have something to learn.
Absolutely. Well, the Go Factory Academy was put together 12 years ago. I put together a 17-lesson curriculum about the business in itself, ranging from anything from marketing, promotion, publishing, management, things in that nature. I felt like because of the people that I've met in the business and done work with, a lot of artists, they come into this game and the most important thing they worry about is putting their product out. And that's cool, that's fine. However, there's a business side to it, and it is business. You have to know at least a little bit about it. A lot of them don't care about it. They don't want to know anything about it. They'd rather let a manager do it or somebody else handle it and take care of it. And then when the business don't go correct and things don't happen correctly for them in the long run, then they want to blame somebody. No, blame yourself. Because the information is there, the opportunity is there for you to learn. And what a lot of them don't want to do is learn. So at the end of the day, they get messed around.
So and everything you are saying is super duper important. But I want to go back because you had to experience something to come up with an artist development curriculum. How did you get from just being you to being an instructor of this artist development curriculum? How did you get there?
Well, I came into the business as an artist, first of all. I came to Atlanta,
You got bars.
Yeah, I had bars. Yeah, my bars are old. So I don't know if anybody would want to, rock with my bars, But anyways, I came into the business. I've been on the road. I've toured on the road with T.I., with Mystical. I've done things with Cash Money and things as an artist, right? I had people that was handling my business, so-called managers, which was a friend of mine that did me totally wrong and was taking my money. So, because I didn't know the business. And it was told to me at that time, either you're going to do one of two things. Either you're going to do the business side of it or you're going to be an artist, which is bull crap because you can do it all. You know what I'm saying? So when I went through artist development, like when I came, I'm a little older, so I went through artist development. I went through the whole thing.
Aren't you like 38?
No, I appreciate that, but I'm actually 46. I appreciate it.
Hey, black don't crack, dude.
So,
hey.
Especially when you have all the toxic stuff in you. But it's all good.
I know that's what you better talk. You better tell it like it is. I know that's right.
So I went through artist development and I had the experience of going through it and I seen what it can do for you and how it can actually bring longevity in the business with you. Not only just as an artist, but on the flip side, when you get to the business side. So you wonder why a lot of people like Beyonce and Jay-Z and all of them are stay so long in the industry. It's because they went through the whole artist development process. Okay. Okay. Nowadays, you got artists that come into the business, they last 6 months, maybe a year, then they're gone. Okay. They come a whole new artist, right? That's called a cash cow. You know what I'm saying?
A who?
A cash cow.
Hashtag CC cash cow.
Okay. Make money off them and send them on about their business. Now, you want to stay in the industry, you want to make money, learn about the business. Learn about it. So instead of just doing an artist development school where it's hands-on, learn about stage presence and learn how to speak articulate in front of a camera so you don't look like you don't know what you're doing and came from the gutter. I said, you know what, let's add a little bit on there about the business side of it as well. So that's where the curriculum actually came from.
Wow. Guys, this is absolutely amazing because this is one of the things when I first, and I don't want to talk about him until he get in the hot seat, but when I first talked to the last gentleman of the hour, we talked about that,
right?
And I was telling him, I was just like, I'm gonna be honest with you, I could care less about the business.
Right.
I work in the field of behavioral health by the day. So I need to make sure that you are well to be in this industry. So I care about the business side of things, but I also care about your mind. And if you don't understand the business, you're going to be crazy as hell because you're going to be trying to figure out what's going on, where you need to go.
Right.
And nobody is going to coach you through. Especially because you know what happened when people know you don't know what they do. Oh, they got you.
They got you.
There you go.
Absolutely.
Now, how can one make contact to become a part of your program, or even better than that? Because I know as a businessman, I'm pretty sure you contract and subcontract your program. So how would an individual contact you, and also how would a company contract with you?
Right, so just hit me up. We sit down, we talk, and things happen. I mean, everybody got an IG. In fact, I was told about a year and a half ago that I had to start being active online. Yeah, like, all right.
Did you start?
Yeah, I started.
Okay,
So
okay. You talk to the people. You talk to the people on IG.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Tell them again.
Yeah, people. It's called Storm _1974.
Okay.
Storm _1974.
That's 1974. And if you cannot spell storm, S is in Sam, T is in Tom, O is in Oscar, R is in robot, M is in Mary. You still have to spell stuff. Because people can't, the children can't. Lord, wait a minute.
We're going to teach them all. We're going to teach them all that.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Come over here to the Go Factory. We're going to teach you all.
There you go. Hello, somebody. You have a website?
Yes.
Okay.
You go to the website. You can go to M Global at ms.com.
Okay.
And that's going to give you a lot of information. That's M Global, which is another company that I own. That I have. M Global Music Solutions. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, M Global Music.
All right. So now here's your philosophical moment for the evening.
Philosophical moment.
Yes. Here you go. Now. I don't really want you to give the children words of wisdom, because they need to come to you to learn what they need to learn. For you, what is it that you would change about the industry if you could change anything?
Development. I would develop every artist that's in it. I will pull every artist that's in it right now that have got into the industry in the past 10 years. I will pull each and every last one of them out of it and teach them about the business and stuff. Because first of all, you have to understand, as an artist, you're not an artist. You're not an artist. You're a business. You are a business. You understand? You have the same capabilities of making millions and millions of dollars like Coca-Cola. You are a brand. Coca-Cola is a brand. You are a brand. Once you understand that you're a business and you start operating and running yourself as a business, then you will last long in this industry.
Drop the mic. I'm done. I think I'm about to sign off. Did you just say that the artists aren't artists, they're a business, they're a brand?
They're a brand, they're a business.
So if they're a business, then that means they need to, register their name and make sure that they have a business account so that they can get checks, because a lot of entities aren't going to pay them. They want to be able to pay the business.
Oh, absolutely. Okay. That'd be a great thing to do. I encourage every artist to go ahead and, start turn their name into an corporation or LLC and allow themselves to operate as a business. Absolutely. Then you have total control of yourself. Before you get into the industry and sign with a label, guess what? You own your own name, your own brand, and they got to pay you for that. Use your name and your likeness. So yes, you have the power and the ability to write your own check. Little do you know it or not, but because you have the lack of knowledge, that scripture, Hosea 4:16, the lack of knowledge, my people perish. So because you don't have the knowledge, you perish in the game.
Hold on. All right. Hold up. Okay. All right. I'm back. So I said we were done, but hold up. I gotta run it back. So let me see. Artist development, philosophy, disciplinarian. Where in here do we get to discuss whether it's best for an artist to remain independent or attach themselves to a label? And we don't have to go there right now, because I can see now you coming back. A webinar all over you. You coming back. But I really want you to think about that. And I definitely will bring you back so we can talk about that, because I think that is something that I'm running into a lot now. A lot of artists, I'll be talking to, like, you know what? Yeah, I definitely want to stay independent. And the more I read and research, because once again, I really don't care about the music. I care about the creative. And I call them creatives because you have so many different types of artists. You know, and when you say artists, oh, you rap? No, they don't rap. They spoken word, and that's something else. I'm not gonna even go there. But I think that's something that we really need to really talk about. That's a part of the artist business development, understanding the difference between signing a paper and remaining independent.
Right.
And sometimes doing a little bit better than people that sign the paper, because when you sign that paper, somebody they own you.
Right, absolutely.
For a period of time. And if you don't know what you're doing, they're gonna own you for a long time.
Absolutely.
Well, I thank you so much. And you will be back. I just love it.
Really?
Y'all, hear another one. I ain't know when he rolled up in here because y'all already know. But he all right though. You all right with me. So definitely let them know again where they can find you on IG and your website.
Storm_1974. That's the IG. Storm1974. You can go to the website at mglobalms.com.
Sounds great. And guys, we will be right back with the final leg of the hour, our grand finale. Hey guys, so now we're back with the man of the hour. So I'm just gonna call him Bez. Y'all see how I put his government up there, but this is Bez Knows Talent. Now, let me keep it a stack. So when I first connected with this gentleman, we were on social media. And y'all already know I laugh and talk and smile at everybody, but I was looking at him like, do I really even want to talk to him? Because I thought he was just going to be this arrogant asshole. Do you understand what I'm saying? But guess what? We are all prejudiced. Let's just, and y'all don't want to hear, but we are. We are all prejudiced. We prejudge people based off of the vessel that we can see. But I can honestly say, when I talk to this gentleman, what you see is from years of having to build this to be able to really stand up against the vultures in this industry. And so this evening, I present to you Bez.
What's up, guys?
All right, now tell everybody who you are. Because see, you know, I want to say everything, but tell them who you are.
I'm Bez. Been in the industry for about 10 years. Marketing and promote for UMG starting out. Got my own company called 1133 Group and Bez Knows Talent. And also I have put some companies together called TC Entertainment and the Go Factory.
I'm dead.
So it's a whole bunch of assholes together running the industry. Facts.
I love it. I love it. So, and I like kind of how, you know, Tech came on earlier and he talked about TCA. And then the damn, you know what? Yeah, he needs to be called Storm because that thing came through here like a mighty Russian wind. I was like, what? But Bez, you have a different presentation and demeanor. You have a big heart, but you're careful. You are very careful and you're very strategic about who you allow to know that. So, oops, I just told y'all, but he ain't gonna let y'all in. I'm letting you know right there, don't even try it. So, talk to us about your journey, because I know you work with a lot of major entities, But I don't want to focus on that because that didn't really create you to be who you are. You already had this in you.
Mhm.
But we do want to talk about, how you come through the ranks.
Yeah.
So let's talk a little bit about that.
Well, I started off 2010. Uh, um, 2010, I was basically picking up donuts and coffee at Def Jam. It was dope. It was called the internship.
Okay.
And I just learned how to basically be somebody's flunky. But it's cool though. It's called paying dues in this industry.
Okay.
Which I did, and the blessing was, back then I'm gonna be real, I was young, arrogant. I played basketball. That didn't work out too well. Messed up my knee.
What position you play?
Small forward.
Oh, all right. Okay.
Yeah. So I hooped, and then when I went to college, after college went overseas, came back literally within a week because I messed up my knee. So when you play overseas, they give you 2 tickets, 1 ticket over there, 1 ticket back. So my coach was like, man, go back to the States rehab. I was scared of the hospital. I'm scared of going, to the doctors and all that dumb shit, like an idiot. So I held it on myself like a dummy, and then I go get surgery like I should have. So that being said, my uncle gave me an opportunity, so like I said, I was an intern at Def Jam. When I was interning, back then I had an attitude about it because I was picking up donuts and I wanted to think I was fly like the rest of everybody else. But that didn't work out too well. But what I learned now, though, is that I was in rooms, man, with major people, with execs, and I got to, really sit back and learn and understand the game. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I really got into the industry of music or whatnot.
So you learned early on you have to crawl before you walk, and sometimes just sitting in those rooms allow you to absorb the knowledge to be able to go and create your own.
110%. So I was a fly on the wall in a lot of those rooms. So I got to see how business was really.
The fly. Do we really want to talk about flies today? But okay, you were a fly on the wall. All right, so Bez.
Mm-hmm.
So Def Jam, and then you worked for a couple of other.
I worked alongside with Epic for a second.
Okay.
Then I got another deal with Universal in 2015, a distribution deal.
Okay.
And then I just from then on I started doing marketing for them.
Okay. So let's start there. Bez knows talent.
Yeah.
Now, when I hear that, I think A&R.
I ain't know A&R. Everybody keeps saying that, but I guess you can say that.
I want you to tell us who you are because that's just my thought. But I want you. That's why it's your time.
So watch this. So I had a PR in 2014, right? Mm-hmm. My name is just Bez or Bezel, and Bez is I'm about time. Everything is about time. So Bez was like the bezel on the watch. You know what I'm saying? So time is everything. And just real quick, at 25, I almost lost my life. So at the end of the day, after that, I was like, time is of the essence. Absolutely. Every minute counts, man. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, like, that's why I named myself Bez. Besides that, I had a PR, and she said, well, you should, you work with a lot of talent. Why don't you just be Bez knows talent? And I was like, that's so cliche and dumb. Bez knows talent. That shit sounds stupid. But then I started saying this shit though, and it started lingering. You know what I'm saying? People started saying that, so I'm like, all right, bet. But not only that though, I used to work with a lot of independent artists that turn into real artists and actually, get hits and actually be on the radio and actually be on TV. So I was like, well, I must have a niche for something, But my niche really is marketing though, getting artists out there. So because of my relationships that I have and the people that I've been with for 7, 8 years, the blessing is that they have came to a certain level in their lives to where they're at the top.
Okay.
So we still have that same relationship. So now it's like, yeah, and they know I'm not gonna burn no bullshit. So it's like when I need to get somebody out there, if it's BET or daggone charting on Billboard or whatever, I got the tools and the people that know how to do that.
Babes.
What's up?
So now, okay. You sure you got the tools? Like, if I call you and be like, Bez, I had this artist and I need da-da-da-da. You don't have to call A and then A call B and then B call XYZ.
No, that's a good way.
You don't have to do that?
No, that's a good way to get fucked up out here.
Oh, okay. Because I'm just making sure you really the man for real.
Nah, you gotta think about it. Everything you gotta pay to play in this industry.
Absolutely.
That's a fact. So you gotta think about it. If I'm gonna sit here and you say your Bez and it be on BET. That's Viacom. I got somebody at Viacom that gets on BET. So you pay a little bit of money that you pay, but it doesn't matter if you pay $1, you pay 100,000. it's still money though. So that means I had to trust another dude to get your money.
Nah,
I ain't playing that.
I know
We
that.
in Atlanta, bro. Like it's easy. For real.
And guys, once again, this is Bez Knows Talent, but also 1133.
Mm-hmm.
And now 1133.
So 1133 group is I'm about numbers too. I'm real big in numbers.
I see. Okay.
Yeah. So 33 is a big number for me. My business partner, my other half, my dude Push, he's 11. But anyway, that's the marketing part.
Okay.
So that's the part, the company that does like all the marketing for, independent and major artists.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So our Bez Knows Talent finds the artists, and then 1133 takes care of the artists.
I know that's right.
Yeah.
Collective.
There we go.
Now, are you a one-man show or do you have a team?
I have a team. I have a whole team.
Okay.
Most definitely.
And do you pretty much train people to kind of
that specialize in certain things? So that's even stream or whatever. It's people I've been working with for 5, 6, 7 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Guys, Bez Knows Talent, and what he's sitting here saying to us this evening is that, number one, you got to keep it a stack in this industry if you don't want to get jacked up. Because one thing about it, I like to go to sleep at night. That's my favorite place. I like to sleep at night. And there you go.
Yeah.
I ain't got time to be looking over my shoulders unless I'm speeding on the interstate trying to make sure there ain't no blue lights. That's all I'm saying. So, Bez, how do you continue to work in an industry like this when you already know that people are probably kind of slithering to get close to you to start pulling from you? How do you really, I already know, but how do you maintain your position?
This shit like the streets, man. So like, growing up, not saying I played basketball. So all the niggas that was in the streets, even if I wanted to be in the streets, I couldn't be in the streets.
Mm-hmm.
Take your ass on the porch, take your ass to the court. So, but in order to be a leader, you gotta follow great leaders. So, my mentors are great, that's around me, and then the people that I got around me, So the two people that you just interviewed, they around me, they keep me humble, they watch my back, they got me. So at the end of the day,
I know that's the arm do, child. I'm trying to tell you.
You check me, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody check me.
For real?
Yeah, that's crazy, right?
Yeah, I thought you was doing
you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, for real though, the industry is like the streets, man. You just gotta know how to maneuver. And I keep my circle small. And you can also, I'm a spiritual person, so a spirit, you can tell a spirit within somebody and how they act easily. You feel me? So it's like, if I feel that feeling, it's like, man, I done felt this before, I'm good. It's kind of like an intuition. Another person, my wife, man, she a motherfucker. Yeah, when I have major meetings, sometimes she might just sit in the corner.
And watch.
Yeah, and if she don't say shit, I dap the nigga up, I leave. When I leave, she be like, don't mess with me. So that's dead.
It.
And I done been with her for 15 years, so I done learned my lesson when I don't, listen to her.
Sister, that's right. That's right. Yeah. Wow. All right, so Bez.
Yes, ma'am.
Give it to them. What do the people need to know and understand about Bez Knows Talent?
Bez Knows Talent. The people need to know that I'm about my business. I work hard for every artist that, comes and, works with me. And I like to make money, man, and make people money.
How can people connect with you relative to business? Where can they find you? And probably you're going to have to tell them about Bez Knows Talent and where they can find information on 1133.
Yeah, so my website is 1133group.com and bezknowstalent.com. Very simple. Mm-hmm. On IG, personally, you can DM me at Bez Knows Talent at Bez Knows Talent on IG.
Absolutely. So, guys, this evening, you've heard from 3 different gentlemen. Now, the thing about the 3 different gentlemen that you heard about, they work together, but they still have separate entities. Mm-hmm. So there are no crabs in a barrel here, right? Because what they understand is that everybody has their respective expertise. Everybody has something to offer. So what I need you to do, I need you to learn from the three, right? And I need you to understand that these gentlemen have something for you. And it's up to you to locate them on social media, reach out to them, reach out to them. And when you reach out to them, make sure you introduce yourself. Don't just be sending them stuff. Introduce yourselves to them and let them know you saw them on Tropical Thursdays, a spinoff of It's Consulting Time with your girl Lily Mae. Straight out of Buckhead. We live in Buckhead. Best, thank you for allowing us to come to your beautiful office and broadcast with you and the other gentlemen. I truly hope that we can continue to put great fruit out, because the reality is that we've harvested enough bad fruit and enough rotten fruit.
Definitely.
And what we're going to do now is, it is time for us to step over 2020 into 21 with the best of things. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? With the best of things. So until next time, we will continue to bring you joy, jewels, and justice. Have a great evening, ladies and gentlemen.